So now we are very privileged to have Professor Nilima Bhagwati with us for the presidential remarks. Professor Nilima Bhagwati was the Emeritus Professor of Guwahati University, retired in 2015. She was awarded National Award for Contribution in the Field of Education and Research, and also Commonwealth Fellow Award in 2006. She also has won the National Best Teacher Educator Award and CTEF Kerala Chapter's Best Emeritus Teacher Educator Award in 2019. To her credit, she has 25 international paper presentation, 37 national papers, 32 journal publications, 25 international conference papers, 55 national paper presentations. She also holds the position of Director, Asian Region of Commonwealth Council for Education Administration and Management, International Secretary General, CTEF, Director, Education Sports Society, Assam, Director, Student Wellness Society, Assam. She is executive member of Bharatiya Shikshan Mandal and also an executive board member of Indira Gandhi National Center of Adolescent and Parents Counselor. She also has led Goodwill Mission in 6 countries. So we are obliged to Dr. Nilima Bhagwati for sparing her valuable time for us. Now I invite Ma'am Nilima for the presidential remarks. Over to Ma'am Nilima. Ma'am, unmute yourself, please.
Keep on forgetting. Thank you, Ajit Kumar ji. And let me also thank you, Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, who has given a thought-provoking. It was not unorganized, as you said. It was extremely thought-provoking. It will just create thoughts in the mind of the participants, whatever you have said today. It was an excellent presentation we have given. Before starting my brief presentation, in fact, it is a presidential remark, and I didn't get any time actually to hear the different sessions, though I tried on the very first day. Let me start with the divine sloka. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namo. I bow down to all the Shiksha Gurus who are here, and also to the entire education fraternity. It is the teaching community who are responsible for Diksha and Shiksha. And they are the ones who show the light. They are the ones who we refer as illuminators. And they are the ones who guide us to take the right path of life. So to this enlightened community, I again bow down. And let me also, on behalf of Council for Teacher Education, let me pay deep homage to all the persons who are no more in this world due to COVID pandemic. Thousands and thousands, from the youngest to the oldest, they lost their lives. So I pray to God that let them rest in peace. Friends, let me address respected Principal, MMM College. It's a very nice name. I always like to say MMM College. Dr. Khushvinder Kumar, and also he is my very dear brother. The Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Karamjit Singh, the entire faculty members of the college, MMM College, the wonderful participants who are participating in this 3 days program, capacity building program, and ladies and gentlemen. Now, the 7 days program has come to an end today. And I already got the feedback from many, because there are a number of participants from Assam who gave me an excellent feedback that it is very, very impactful. And that is what we want when one participates in a workshop or any capacity building program. The word itself is very captivating. The theme itself is very captivating. That is capacity building program. And let me tell you, CTEF Punjab and Chandigarh chapter, since last year, March 2020, in spite of severe pandemic, they are undertaking various missions for enlightening the teachers, for feeding them with knowledge, and to enrich by upgrading their professional skills. So this is something really great when we speak of pandemic. And let me also tell you, this is the only organization in the country, the professional organization in the country, who is undertaking mission throughout the year. Throughout the year, I'm saying, we have a number of chapters. All total, we have 23 chapters, and they are dedicating to the welfare of the nation by developing the teachers. So this is what is our prime objective. And we always say that CTEF, when somebody asks me, what is the objective of CTEF? I straight off say just in a sentence that the prime objective is to develop competent, resourceful, and skillful teachers. And we have already crossed, because it was established in 1985, and I add the word for the 21st century learners. Friends, therefore, I'm very proud that the Punjab and Chandigarh chapter, they are taking this program under the visionary leadership of Dr. Khushvinder Kumar. And he has already done a number of programs which I attended earlier in 2020, just when the pandemic itself is started. Let me touch the theme, the capacity building. Yes, friends, we all have capacities. We all have capacities. Even if a child is blind, or even if a child has hearing impaired, she also has that capacity. But what happens? Something we don't pay attention. The capacities remain dormant. We have to waken up the capacities. We have to make our capacities active and to blossom, so that we can give the best contribution, the best service to the others in the society. And of course, when I talk of others in the society, and when I talk about the teachers, I obviously mean, it implies the learners community, who are our prime target. Who are our prime target? It is like the Havan when we do, or in other year it is called Yagya. When we do the Yagya or the Havan, why we do it? We do for the peace, for the welfare of the society, for the country. So similarly, it is the teacher who do that Havan every day before entering the class. They have to do it for the welfare of the students. Friends, now what we need through such capacity building programs, we have to blossom ourselves. And we always have to remember that we have to build ourselves, develop ourselves, because it is the gateway to knowledge. It is the gateway to be skillful. It is the gateway to be resourceful. Now, sometimes a question rises whether I have joined this profession in my interest or without my interest. Friends, this is something a very turbulent question to many people. And I asked many, and they have said, no, I am not interested in teaching profession, but I have come. So how are you doing now? So yes, I'm liking it. I feel the batches, find the new batches of students every year, so I'm enjoying my profession. Therefore, friends, teaching, yes, it can be by chance. It can be by your own interest also. But whatever the option is, you have to develop. We have to develop because we are the lifelong learners. We are the lifelong learners, and therefore our responsibilities is many, it's manifold. It is not only inside the classroom, but outside the classroom also. So with this perception, if we just take, like in other words, I want to come to another part when I just cited the divine sloka, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara. Yes, the gurus, the shikshaks, they are considered to be the Trinity. Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwar. So it's a noble, not only noble, I should use another little bit higher word for that. I'm finding the right word for that, that they are responsible for the development, for the growth, for the prosperity, for everything of the society and for the nation, because they are developing the children. And believe me, my friends, this is the only profession, I'm repeating again, who are building whoever is in power today, whoever is in the high post today, from the lowermost to the highermost. It is the hard work. It is the hard work of the teachers. So our perception, these perceptions, we have to internalize, and we have to go on doing work for which we have come to this world. Sometimes I think, like very spiritually, this thing, that yes, we are coming from above for a limited time. I have come, or you have come, to assign your responsibility, duty in this world. And what is the duty? The duty is very noble. The duty is to develop human resources. So we have to keep our attention, we have to focus our attention. What is the importance of the word teacher? What is the importance of the teacher? A teacher can mold, a teacher can also destroy, but we are not talking about the destruction. We are talking about the construction. Teacher has to construct innovative ideas to bring some changes, to bring some newness, to bring the dynamism, to bring the activeness in the entire educational system, whether it is from Anganwadi to the higher education to teacher education. So this is what we have to really think about. Now, sometimes again, we find that we had some marvelous teachers. If you ask me, I remember one teacher in the primary section, primary school. My primary school was not that organized because my father, he was in a transferable job. So I hopped from, school to school. But I came into contact with one teacher who is responsible for molding my life, what I am today. So when I ask for blessings of my parents, I also, that face is very much visible in front of me. I take the blessings of that guru whom I met in my primary school. So this is something which you cannot purchase. This respect, this feeling which you have for the teachers, it comes automatically from inside. And that thing, each and every teacher should feel, internalize. That you must be very impactful, you must be very effective, you must be very caring, you must be like a friend, as we always say, friend, philosopher, and guide. We must be also friend. It is only through give and take we can build that interpersonal relationship, which is very important. Friends, when I talked about, yes, I talked about the teacher who really impressed me, but now that time has gone slightly, because we never knew anything about what is coming up now. But now the situation has become changed, totally changed. I have seen my own grandchildren at home, how they are studying, how they are concentrating on their books, what they are doing, what they want. Everything has changed very dramatically in 21st century. So from the very bipolar process, on the one side teachers and the other side the students. Whatever it is teacher-centric, teacher goes on saying, and the children also hear, whether they have interest or not, that is not counted. That kind of phase also we crossed, practically I crossed. But now it is just the reverse, it is learning-centric. It is learning-centric in the sense, I want to say, because what our learners want now, you do not have to tell them, you do not have to give them knowledge, but a click of the mouse, they find all the knowledge in front of them. You have to help them how to learn. what that National Education Policy 2020 is focusing, how to learn. You have to show them. You should be not a teacher. Teaching is a very sort of concept. We have to use the word facilitator. You have to be a facilitator, helper to the students. And this will definitely help them how to learn. How to learn when we say, and this system when we talk about how to learn and not what to learn. Sometimes earlier we will experience that they will tell us, you study this, you study this, you study this. But that question was not asked, did you just conceptualize what I taught you? That question was practically me, that was not asked in my school days. Maybe in college is different. But friends, we have to now think about the 21st century learners. They are totally different. Our Teacher Training Institute, Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir has already mentioned about it, Teacher Training Institute. We have to change the culture totally. We have to deal with the students. The teacher who will go to the training institute, they'll deal with the students who are known as digitalized students. They are the Jet generation students who is totally different from what we are. That is very interesting when you find little children, how they can download pictures, how they can find out. Sometimes what we don't know, they know. Look at the change. So the paradigm shift has come. The paradigm shift has come, and we have a number of new requirements. And that number of new requirements, this particular 7 days workshop, it touched. I'm very happy because when Dr. Kusvinder Kumar sent me first the program, I went through it very minutely, and I found it so well framed that what is the requirement of the teachers is everything included over there. Therefore, I'm sure during these 5 days, definitely this has given you a very impactful sessions. Now, sometimes practically from the last few years, one thing really came to my mind because I deal with the teacher education and the other general education also, the techno-pedagogy. I have said in a number of webinars also that this is what is missing in teacher education. Yes, we cannot be solely dependent on online. We cannot be solely dependent on internet. The physical importance is always required, face-to-face interaction of teacher and students. But we have to blend it. We have to blend it. We don't know what the time will come next. We never expected this pandemic. The teachers had to face some teething trouble in the beginning, how to do the online teaching. So definitely our learners, looking to the learners, school students, we have to take into consideration highly the techno-pedagogy, which is very important, very important. Sometimes I find that showing the PPT is not enough. They can also read. If you distribute to them, they will read, no problem. But the method, the teaching method itself is a science. We call education, we call teaching as art and science. You have to blend it. And this is how, through the teaching methods, the children will learn. On the other side, the theoretical, and the other side, the practical. And this program, 7 days program, they have very, very rightly included this, and I'm sure the teachers are very much benefited. Let me come to another area, that is flipped learning. It is no longer new because we have heard it from long learning. That is learners' involvement. Let me say in a very simple way, the learners' involvement in the learning process. So flipped learning, many of us know, but maybe the participants who have joined, they had the idea, they must have heard, but they did not realize how the flipped learning is important, how the flipped learning can be effective. And along with that, along with flipped learning, as I have seen in the program, I have found the assessment and evaluation, the learning outcome, which I heard, Kusvinderji, I have heard just for less time today. I joined late. So the rubric assessment, so many things has come, new concept has come in the field of assessment. And besides that, the constructivist pedagogy, constructivism. Most of the teachers who are in the teacher education colleges or who are teaching education, they must be, in theoretically, they are teaching constructivism. But what is about how that constructivism takes place to gain knowledge, to construct the knowledge, that must be very deeply understood by all the teachers. And that is what you have to really give importance. And coming to the other side, which this present century, it also demands, is that collaborative learning. Collaborative learning in the classroom, collaborative learning in the research. These are some of the areas you cannot ignore. The peer learning, we often talk of peer learning. So as you find that the new ways, new methods are coming, but we have to have very deep-rooted knowledge, not half knowledge. If your student asks you what is flipped learning, what is peer learning, you should be able to clarify in a very simple way that better, this is this, this is this. So that amount of knowledge you have to gather when you come across the new terms, the new words in the field of education. And as you are all aware that our new education policy 2020, it is the best education policy ever placed before us, placed before the nation. The entire resurgence has been brought in the field of education, school education and higher education. Earlier, we never thought that a basket of choice will be given to the higher education students to choose. This is physics, he will take the core. And what will be the option? They are very limited, but now we have had lots. The potentiality question now comes. The potentiality question now comes. Somebody may have the potentiality to be a sports person, somebody to be a musician, somebody to be an actor, a dramatist. So all these are included like that in the secondary school stage. We have seen the 5 levels, these 5 stages. Every transformation has been made. We have come to know about few methods, or the ways of learning. One is the experiential learning. The other one is the explorative interaction. We have also heard about art-related education. We also heard about art-related teaching. So these are all a big, sort of revolution which has been put into the educational policy 2020. And our duty is to understand them, to know them, to apply them so that we can give justice. I'm using the word justice. We can give justice to the learning community. How? Through experiments. Just for photosynthesis, if somebody teaches in class in a theoretical way, that may not give a very clear concept in the mind. But when it is being done, shown to him, that brings a clear concept. So these are some of the changes which have come. And besides that, the project-based learning, that is another very innovative learning program by which it makes not only the involvement of the students, but also it brings newness, brings dynamism among the, the learners. So therefore, it is high time that we have to internalize what we have learned in such wonderful programs. In such wonderful and effective programs, we have to internalize. I should say, I have just written in the chat box, I have seen that the program is very successful. Yes, it is very successful because I told you that he has a very tailored, for 7 days, he has made it. But on your part, it will be successful if you can translate into reality. If you can go and hold a workshop in your respective college, that this is what I learned in MMM college. This is what you should learn. You should just, sort of send it to the others. What is the utility if I learned myself and I have just keep it closed? Friends, this is my request to you. Just like when I go for the orientation courses or refresher courses, I always tell the participants, please take it out. Go and hold the seminars, small workshops in your respective colleges, and appraise to them what you have learned. So I do expect this from you, because this is indeed a workshop for 7 days, which the organizers tried to make it effectful only for the teaching community. So you have to give justice to it. This is my request to you. And also, I just like to tell you that our learning, it will continue, it will go on and on in life. There is no end to it. And maybe again, another need will come, again, another requirement will come. And that too also we have to know, and we have to be very much receptive to what we learn. We must be very receptive. That is the only word I can use, receptive to what you have learned. That I have joined it only for the certificate. No, that certificate is secondary. I don't give any stress on the certificate, but your knowledge which you have earned during the 7 days, that is the most important thing in life. Because you are a teacher, you have to pass this knowledge to the others in the society, to the other teaching. You have to build the teaching professionals. You have to bring a change amongst the teachers. And that change, you have to start from you. As Mahatma Gandhi always said, the change, let the change be you. You have to stress on man-making. And all these programs will help you to do this. Swami Vivekananda always stressed in his Vivekananda philosophy. Those who have not studied, you please read the Vivekananda philosophy. Everything you will find it over there. He said, we want man-making industry. We have to build the genuine persons, the students, for whom we are being entrusted the responsibility, the accountability. I'm not accountable only to my children at home, to my grandchildren at home. I am accountable to the huge lot of students who come to the institutions every day. So therefore, I will not let it, my time is almost over. So this was indeed a great, I should say, workshop. And you already know as Vice Chancellor Sir has said, I would not like to say much about the Teacher Training Institute, but we the teachers, we have puzzles to solve in the educational sector. We have problems to resolve. So obviously, with all these informations you have gathered, all these informations you have collected, it will help you to solve the puzzles and also to resolve the problems. And you have your new approach, your attitude, your positivity, a new approach will automatically arise, will automatically develop to bring, mold, develop, grow, whatever word you use, the young generation of the country. They are they're the pillars. We have to look up to them after a few years. So we have to make them a man, and that is genuine persons. I will not make it long. I'm just summing up over here, but I just like to say before, ending, that we the teachers, we have to keep in mind few words always. And you have to show this in practice in your own life, in your professional life. You have to think of 5 T's, 5 T's, ST, 5 T's. And what are these 5 T's? You have to know, you have to learn. What is the teamwork? Collaborative, that has already been said. Transparency, what you teach. Transformation, to change the life of the learners, to bring a big change in them. Technology, that has become inseparable, I should say, because all these days we are sitting here now in front of technology. And time management. And I'm very proud to say CTF, we always focus on time management. And this is what also Dr. Khushbinder ji is following. And I'm also following for all these years, the time management. And also few P's. The few P's are very important for you. And what are these P's? One is the positive energy you have to radiate to your learners. The positive energy you have to radiate to your learners. The passion you have to have for the teaching, your own work. Then perseverance, that is very important. Your personality, that is, you have to mold the personality, and your perspective. If you can, sort of assemble all these if they assemble all these words into one, club into one, I am very sure the entire scenario of the teachers in our country will change within 2 to 3 years. I'm very optimistic about it because they have all the potentialities, all the qualities. The only thing they require guidance, like such program, the Punjab and Chandigarh chapter of CTF is organizing. So I bless you. Be honest in your profession. Do the hard working in your profession so that you can be the example. You can be the example. You can be a role model for your learners. With these words, I thank again the organizers, the chairman of the Punjab and Chandigarh chapter, Dr. Khushvinder Kumar. You have really done a wonderful job by bringing from entire nation the participants to take part in this impactful workshop. I thank again all the organizers of MMM College for their hard work. I thank also all the wonderful participants who have shown their desire, their keen desire to come and to earn knowledge. And I thank everybody who are associated with this 7 days program. With these words, I end up. I do hope CTF will continue its journey. It will go on undertaking its journey for the teaching community, for the children. We are working for the 3 poles right now, the parents, the teachers, and the learners, because they are interrelated, these 3 poles. So friends, with these words, God bless you all. Stay safe, stay protected, and with just one sentence from the universal prayer, Sarve Shukhina Bhavantu, Sarve Santu Niramaya. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Over to Ajit Kumar.
Thank you, Dr. Nilima, for sharing the words of wisdom, appreciation, and concern with all of us. We are really obliged to listen to your positive and motivational views. The proceeding of this CVP is available on the college YouTube channel, and the link of which will be shared in the WhatsApp groups. Now I invite Dr. Ashwini Sharma, Dean Life Sciences and member IQAC, to present vote of thanks. Over to Dr. Ashwini Sharma.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Ajit. Now, Honorable Professor Karamjit Singh, Vice Chancellor, Jagat Guru Nanak Dev, Punjab State Open University, Patiala. Professor Nalima Bhagti, International Secretary General, CTEF, Professor Emeritus, Guwahati University. Our worthy principal, Dr. Khushvinder Kumar, Professors Shailendra Sidhu, Vice Principal, fellow colleagues, and dear participating delegates, good afternoon to all of you. On the behalf of our college management, principal, organizers, and participating delegates, I extend my gratitude to our today's guest, Professor Karamjit Singh, Vice Chancellor, Jagat Guru Nanak Dev, Punjab State Open University, Patiala, for valedictory address, and Professor Nilima Bhagti for presidential address. Ma'am, in your address, will like to convert what we have learned in our practical life. Really, personally, I liked you were talked about 5T and P. Thanks for your motivation. Then We have gained a lot, and we are thankful for your presence in today's session. I'm thankful to our principal and entire team of IQSC who have worked tirelessly throughout this event to make this program a great success and fruitful for the entire participating teaching community in their career. Now, this 7-day event may not have been possible without the collaboration of CTEF Chandigarh. We are wholeheartedly obliged for their help and cooperation. Thanks are due to technical committee, mainly Dr. Kuldeep, Dr. Rohit, Dr. Harmon, and Shri Vinod, whose expertise helped in uninterrupted deliberation of events throughout the program. Sincere thanks to press committee for coverage of entire 7-day program. At last but not the least, thanks from the core of my heart to all the participating delegates from different states of India who participated with a lot of enthusiasm and purpose, provided opportunity of interaction and contributed a lot in the success of this program. So I would be failing in my duty if I don't extend my thanks to my fellow colleagues and non-teaching staff for their ever available help. Wish you all the best. Thank you. Over to Dr. Ajit.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Kuldeep to end the meeting. Over to Dr. Kuldeep, please.
Dr. Ajit, kindly inform the participants that feedback forms have been uploaded to be filled by the participants.
Feedback form is
Thank you,
uploaded on
Mr. Karmajit.
the feedback form is uploaded on your WhatsApp group. So you are requested to fill this form by today. Principal sir is saying something.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much, Professor Nilima Bhagwati. And thank you, Professor Karmajit, Vice Chancellor, Punjab State Open University. Thank you, madam. Thank you so much.